What is going on, guys? Sacramento Kings lose their second straight game on the road trip, on the 6-game road trip. The game Friday in Cleveland against the Cavaliers was an L. That was their fourth straight loss. Today's game in Detroit against the Pistons. Final score from today's game, 139 to 116. Wasn't expecting the Kings to win this game. Detroit Pistons are that much of a better basketball team than the Sacramento Kings currently. And the Pistons are going to be one of the contenders for the Eastern Conference this season. So, not surprised by the Kings losing to the Pistons today. Did get a little chippy towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter, but the Pistons were miles ahead, and they are the better team, as they should be miles ahead. So, the Kings have lost 5 straight games, 12-35 now in the season. Let's talk about the numbers with the starting 5. DeRozan, 19 minutes, he had 16 points. He had 4 assists, 0 rebounds. Precious Achiuwa, 17 minutes, he had 4 points, 4 boards, 1 assist. Sabonis, in 25 minutes, he had 12 points. He had 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Nick Clifford, 33 minutes, he has 15 points. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist. And Russell Westbrook, in 22 minutes, he had 13 points. He had 4 assists, and he had 2 rebounds and 2 steals. Zach LaVine did not play today. Because of that, Nick Clifford got the start for LaVine. And I thought Nick Clifford did a terrific job of filling in for Zach LaVine. Let's take a look at the bench. Dylan Cardwell, in 27 minutes, he had 9 points. He had 5 assists, and he had 4 points. He had 9 rebounds, and he had 5 assists for Dylan Cardwell. Really like to see that assist number from Dylan. Max, in 22 minutes off the bench, he had 2 points. He had 4 rebounds. He had 0 assists. Devin Carter got 7 minutes today, and then he had 2 points. He had 2 rebounds, 0 assists. Dennis Schroeder, 25 minutes off the bench, he had 15 points. He had 7 assists. He had 1 rebound. Malik Monk, in 22 minutes off the bench, he had 19 points. He had 2 assists. He had 1 rebound. And Keon Ellis got 21 minutes today, and 14 points for Keon Ellis, and he had 0 rebounds, 0 assists. That's the thing. Keon Ellis got 21 minutes today. Didn't really impact the Kings of winning or losing. He was a -11. Devin Carter, -2, knowing that he got 7 minutes. And, Malik Monk was solid off the bench. He was a -11, but the fact that he had 19 points in 22 minutes. I mention these guys is because they're supposedly, quote-unquote, trade chips, as the Kings are trying to potentially trade him and find him new homes. I'm not surprised by the Kings moving Keon Ellis. I accepted that when they did not decide to extend him and they picked up his option, and they still technically have, a situation where they can extend him, but I don't see it. I just don't see them extending Keon Ellis. At this point, I would be really shocked and surprised if they extend Keon Ellis. And what that number looks like, it shouldn't look nothing crazy. I mean, no offense to Keon Ellis. If you can maintain him, keep him on a cheaper deal, great. Then you do that. He was already on a cheaper deal when Monty McNair got him on a cheaper deal. But it just, all indications point that they are looking for a first-round pick for Keon Ellis. It would be a miracle if the Kings could get a first-round pick for Keon Ellis, knowing that there's no insurance because he's a free agent after the season. If he can pull that off, and maybe he gets the insurance that he can re-sign, or not re-sign, or the team that he goes to, he can be traded and he can sign there after being traded, then yeah, you have that insurance of him doing that for that team and potentially being there with his new team for the foreseeable future. But the point is, I think the Kings, if they can get a first-round pick for Keon Ellis, boy, you do it. You pull the trigger. Because if he's not in your long-term plans, yes, you pull the trigger for sure. And that goes for same of the players that you have been rumored. Malik Monk. There's a rumor about them potentially keeping Malik Monk now and, having him as one of the pieces moving forward. I hope that's the case because Malik Monk is a very good basketball player, and I think that he could still be valuable to your bench coming off the bench moving forward because he's got a couple years left on his deal. And that goes the same, for having a spark plug like Malik Monk coming off the bench and providing that spark off the bench, because he's a very good, capable player, and he can still play at a high level coming off the bench. So, having Dylan Carwell and Malik moving forward come off the bench, yes, why not? Why wouldn't you want to keep Malik, continue to keep him? So, with that being said, this team is obviously not very good. They've lost 5 straight now after winning 4 in a row. Seeing this coming, all streaks come to an end, and in time, eventually, this streak that they're on, their losing streak, this will probably come to an end eventually as well. So it sucks that Zach LaVine was out today. Hopefully, he will be back in the lineup pretty soon on this road trip. The Kings are currently 0-2 on this road trip. Want to hear from you guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the game today. Yes, I'm going to watch the Rams and the Seahawks game. Being a San Francisco 49er and knowing that the Seattle Seahawks eliminated them last weekend sucks, and people have asked who I'm rooting for. I honestly don't care. Should be a good football game, but if I'm a betting guy, I'd probably go with Seattle. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams win. And on the other side, the AFC side, New England did beat Denver, which I was pulling for Denver to win, but tall task, doing that without their quarterback and Bo Nix. So the Patriots will play the winner of the Rams and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. We shall see how that goes, and I'm looking forward to seeing this game as it's about to start pretty soon. So with that being said, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Sacramento Kings game today. Greatly appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Have yourself a great rest of your weekend. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.